now you're in a volumetric space. So you can rise to it, you can touch it, you can get close to it, you can zoom in, as opposed to looking to a slide. Right. That's my point. Is not so much I don't want to go to Rome. I do want to go to Rome. Trust me, I desperately want to go to Rome. But right now I can't. Okay, so I can maybe experience it before I die. You know, and the great end of the movie, it's people.
The same thing you were saying about reality television. It starts out for a good cause. It starts out, children in African villages are able to see artwork that they'll never see before. They're able to have information that they never had before. And if every terrorist, every child that was raised by a terrorist had the information that we all had, it would be different. And it starts out well and good, but then you have like reality television. You'll have the children who never want to leave their room. And will, is that like a really gross,
yeah, is it Wall-E?
Form that will happen?
Is it Wall-E? Is it generation isolated? Is there a lack of social interaction? Or is it a new growth of social interaction, a new venue? Days ago, women were not allowed in the same room as men after dinner. True? Yeah. Women, different cultures. Yes, it was a smoking room. The men went in, the women went someplace else. Now we talk and discuss, and supposed to get a word in sometimes. And talk and discuss. Now my wife is very, very quiet. I'm the talker, obviously. So times change and things change, and technology makes those things change, and lifestyles make those things change. So we hopefully adapt and go forward and compensate and do. I am worried about children. I don't want to get into a Whitney Houston thing here. I am worried about children because they are the answer. I am worried about children being isolated and the lack of social skills and the lack of ability to actually talk to somebody. But that problem, in my opinion, Ryan, comes from the fact that the teacher's not educated. The teacher doesn't know how to use the medium.
Sure.
You know what I mean? As a professor, I'm talking to you now as an educator.
Yeah.
I think it's very true. The artist knows how to use the medium. I think the educator may not, and I think the viewership's going to be there. One of the most exciting things to me is that we may not need to make Ivan Karp so happy anymore. We may not need to make O.K. Harris and all of these people, Leo Castelli and whomever, Mary Boone, Gagosian, happy anymore. Yeah? I'm sure she is. We don't need to make them happy anymore. We don't need to make Matolo from whatever music, Sony Music, happy anymore. We need to make the people who listen to our music, look at our art, experience our art. We need to address them and make them happy and let them make the decision as to good or bad. And also, it's not that it's hinged upon volume anymore. You can't have a niche following. You know what I mean? Because it is so inexpensive. That's my point. Am I going off on too much of a tangent?
I don't think so.
He's being really polite, yeah. Yeah, that's Ryan. He is being really polite. You got a book, right?
I'm sorry?
Do you have to leave?
I do. I have to leave. I got another 2 minutes or so.
Okay.
And I'll have to take off.
Any last second question? Good, loud.
How do you balance, being an artist and
Yeah, well, he does a hell of a job.
How do you manage to
How do you manage
be an artist and be able to live in Fort Washington?
Yeah. How do you manage to sustain yourself as an artist and educator? Is it tough?
Well, I think it's all about creating some kind of a habitual practice for yourself. And again, this is not something that you're going to be taught in school how to do. It's something you have to kind of take into your own hands and start to become conscious of your process itself. I mean, I started keeping a blog simply for the reason that it was a good place for me to keep things in a chronological order, and it was easy for me to share it with people and also refer back to it and show people that I'm on the same kind of path and journey as them, and be able to share that at the same time and get feedback along the way. So sustaining yourself is also, it has something to do with your intentions, I think. I mean, it is my intention to be a professional artist, and it is my intention to be a professor of fine arts. So with those intentions in mind, it also has to do with just the ability to dedicate yourself to something and stay on that path. I mean, it's purely out of the pure sake of I love to do it at the same time. I mean, so of course, as you guys probably know, I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm here because I love this. I'm happy to help my colleague and friend and to meet all of you fine people that are in a position that I was once in not that long ago. So it's really a pleasure.
And maybe you could be their thesis advisor.
What?
Maybe you could be their thesis advisor. You don't have to be the tech.
I'd be more than happy to do that. I think it's important for us to not only be able to work harmoniously in a group and have a dialogue like this, but to be able to work, both with one other person or with an advisor or even independently for the sake of learning.
Yeah. You have Yao Meng, from what I understand, may be interested within the art as opposed to the design and the commercial, from I saw from your blog. And Wu Jing, I believe also, possibly, less commercial, more fine art. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a perfect person, as is Rich Del Rosso as well, but he's going to be swamped. We're all going to be swamped. I don't do thesis. I don't go anywhere near it. I'm too tired, too old. So Ryan would be a perfect person for that, and thank God he gets paid for that. That'd be nice. So hopefully there'll be some benefit for you, in the long run. All right.
Yeah.
So the more you're involved, we need you. We need young folks with energy, because I'm old and tired.
Yeah, I got plenty of that. There's no question about
it. Yes, you do. All right. Ryan, I'll let you go to dinner, man.
I appreciate it, Pat. Thanks so much for having me, and great pleasure talking to you guys. And next time I see you, it'll probably be physical.
Yeah. And thank you. And Ryan, thanks for kicking off the series, man.
All right, guys.
Have a good night, man.
You too. Take care.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
How do we stop?